Today we have junior soccer players Ross Suleski and Zach Johnson after a 2-1 victory over Emerson College in GNAC play. Guys, a good win today. Teddy Palmer scored early. Zach scored late off a Ross feed. Just kind of talk about the goal.
Yeah, Ross and I have been talking about how we haven't really connected as well as we did last year, and today we wanted to change that, and we did it when it needed to be done the most.
Yeah, I got the ball inside the 18. My first initial reaction was to shoot, but without being able to see Zach, I heard his voice, and that's the trust we have with each other. I slid the ball back, and I know every time Zach gets it inside the 18, it's an automatic goal. So
now, the Monks get back to 500 here. 4-4-1 overall, 2-2 in GNAC play. Probably not the start that you guys thought you might have. Reigning GNAC champs. Just kind of talk about how this team has kind of flowed, and you seem like you're getting there. Talk about where you are right now as a team.
Well, like you said, we just won a very important conference game. We have 2 more right in a row back at home on Wednesday and Saturday. And we were at the point in our season a couple weeks ago that it could have went downhill or we could have bent a little bit, not broke, and came back, and that's what we've done. You know, after being the defending champions, every team that comes to play you is going to bring their best effort, just like Emerson did today, and we were lucky to nudge them out in the end.
yeah. It was also key to be able to finish strong and not have to force another overtime game, because we've gone to overtime a lot, and it helps save our bodies a little bit.
Right. You guys, it was a tough game today. I mean, it was pretty even, at least on the stats, and scoring opportunities. Your freshman goalie Scott Benner made some pretty big saves. A couple stand out, point blank shot right in his hands, made some good stops. Just kind of talk about what the GNAC is. You never know. And Emerson came in with not a great record, but always a tough game in conference. Just kind of talk about the GNAC men's soccer.
Yeah, it seems like this year especially, you got 6 or 7 teams in the GNAC that are all playing each other very competitively. A lot of games, I think this year will be 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. So you have to finish your chances, and like you said, got some great goalkeeping, some big saves again by a freshman goalie, Scott. Kenny's been hurt. Scott stepped right in. He's been playing well for us.
It's also nice because basically every team is going to come in and make us work harder, because JWU last year didn't even make the playoffs. This year gives us a tough game on our home opener. Any team, really, like Zach said, can win this conference, and we need to work as hard as we can every day.
Do you feel like there's a target on the back, with the GNAC title in tow? Is that teams kind of
definitely
a little more?
Teams, you know what? A lot of teams might not even like us in general, and now after winning, they might, they're gonna come after us.
Right.
Especially last year, we were almost seen as underdogs. I mean, Albertus was clearly the favorite to win. They go undefeated, just losing the semis, then we slide in, win that GNAC. Every team wants to be just like us, and that coveted GNAC championship, everyone wants it, so they're gunning for us.
Right. And talk about the field conditions today a little bit. Obviously, the grass fields, it's in much better shape this year than it was last, but of course we had some rain overnight. How much did that play into the result?
I think a lot. In the first half, we were affected negatively by it because we were playing the balls in the air and too hard on the ground, and we needed to take a little bit off it because the ball was skipping. Second half, we started to find feet and just play it softly, more into the corners, and we started to get through on goal a lot often.
It's tough for footing too, especially for me, which my role, I try to win a lot of headers and stuff. I was slipping a lot in the mud and dirt, but both teams have that, so in a way, a lot of these teams like Emerson coming from a turf field, it could end up being an advantage for us having a field like this.
Now, I was talking to Coach Babineaux earlier this week, and I know there was one day this week in practice where he was just not very happy. What can you say about what led to that, or what was that about? What did you guys work on after that to remedy whatever was going on?
Basically, it just seemed as if there was no intensity, and maybe guys were just going through the motions. So a couple of veterans and a couple of captains talked to Coach after with some ideas of drills that really bring the best out of our team. We have this drill called Flying Threes. It seems kind of silly. It's a lot of shots, but it's an intense game. It's competition. Nobody wants to lose on this team. And I think that's a lot of the guys, maybe that's what they need, especially younger guys. But, I mean, we definitely, that practice yesterday got us ready for today, and it showed.
And speaking of the young guys, we always ask these questions early in the year, and I think this is the first time we've had both of you down in one sitting, but other than the the 22 question Tuesday with Ross, and we've had Zach already. But how are the young guys fitting in? We see some guys playing some big roles, like Nate Fox or Ralph Huanch. These guys are playing some big roles. Of course, Scott Benner and net. What does that do for the on-field chemistry and off-field?
I mean, it's huge. You got a goalie that comes in, fighting for a starting spot, and he's played great in quite a few games. You got a freshman forward coming in who scores 2 big goals, 2 big game winners. And then you got Nate Fox, who has done really well in the back, and you got Cody, who's just back today in the midfield, and that's today we really won the midfield, and that was a lot to do with Cody.
Especially trying to replace a guy like Mike Sanfilippo. He's a big miss of the program, and Cody stepped in and is doing his best job to fill that role.
And Zach Hollinshed in the back too. That was a big goal for us last year.
That's right. Now, Ross, you gotta let us know what these glasses are all about. What do you? What is this?
Well, I had the beard going, so James Harden's big fan of mine. I mean, I'm a big fan of his. I'm sure he's a fan of mine too. But he rocks the shades in the post-game interviews, so.
And Zach?
Nah, he forgot mine.
I forgot Zach's.
No props today?
No, next time.
Next time, what do you think of this? You think he looks good in glasses?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. A little bit of tape right there.
Yeah, a little tape here, maybe.
Maybe next time. All right, guys, congrats on the win. Good luck. A couple big home games coming up.
Definitely. Thanks, Mark.